Questions?
Hey Mike, let's talk about the day today. You see guys rolling in. It's got to feel great for the organization.
Well, yesterday felt good because it was back to football. Today, when you see the guys starting to roll back into the facility, you know it's real, and great to see those faces again and get started.
Seems like your whole team is here.
Guys are anxious. I think it's one thing for sure. There's a lot of anxiety on both sides, and the clock says this is the start of training camp this week, and guys are clearly ready to go.
When would they actually start practicing?
I think that schedule is still being clarified. I think the official start per the league is going to be on Thursday. Whether or not there's a practice Thursday, I think Tony's going to have his final schedule put together later today.
Like you said, you had stationed some cheerleaders and people around, intersections and stuff. But what is the response overall that you're getting from fans?
It's been overwhelming. Gotcha, sure. The reaction's been overwhelming. The fans honking their horns and some stopping and getting pictures taken. Clearly, football's back in the fans' mind, and this is our way of getting it out on the streets, taking it to the streets as we're calling it, and we'll be out there for the next couple of days as well. But the response has been great.
Mike, you said guys are anxious. What exactly are they doing? I mean, you see guys here as early as 8 in the morning. Some guys rolling in now at 10.
I think it's nice to move back into your locker, probably get reacquainted with your surroundings, see your teammates, and meet with coaches. And the doors are back open, and guys have been working out on their own. But working out on your own is a different situation than showing back up where you are used to spending 6 months a year.
Over the next 2 weeks, it's going to be an unprecedented time period where you guys have to get so much done in the free agency. What do you expect? What's that going to be like? And are you prepared?
Well, it's unprecedented in NFL history to have an entire offseason condensed into 4 days. Our guys are ready. We've been preparing for this day. We knew it would come. The guys are in lockdown right now, sort of like the analogous to a pre-draft week in terms of the player moves that are going to be made. And we're going to be aggressive. We're going to be smart. We're going to be aggressive, and where there are opportunities to improve the team and improve the core young nucleus of this team, those guys are going to take those steps. Steve's made it very clear that the sense of urgency is high. We want to win, and then win as soon as possible. And I know Jeff and his staff and Tony and his staff are up to the challenge. We have full faith and confidence in them.
Jeff specifically today, how busy has he been? Have you even seen him come out of his office?
I have. I spoke to him this morning, and I know how busy he is. And the activity started yesterday, and will continue through the week. But don't expect to see a lot of them in the next 48 hours. These guys are going to be, very focused on taking the steps necessary.
Did he go home yesterday? Did he even?
I don't know.
Get a chance?
I don't know. I would suspect so. We don't have overnight accommodations.
Having said that, how confident are you in the group that you have here already, without having to go crazy in free agency and
Well, I think listen, we had a season last year that we were 6-2 on the road with the 5th youngest team in the NFL, beat the Super Bowl champions on their home field, nearly beat the Super Bowl runner-up on our home field. We got a great young nucleus for this team, and 7-9 could have easily been 10-6 or 11-5 with a bounce here or a bounce there. So, we have a good, strong team to build upon, and I know our guys, having said that, are anxious to do what they would have normally done over the course of a couple months, take the steps necessary to improve the team and make us compete, enable us to compete at the highest levels of the AFC East in 2011.
This new CBA has not only a ceiling but now a floor. Do you think that this is going to create even more parity in the NFL?
I don't know if it'll create more parity. I think the NFL has long been known for the fact that all 32 teams have a chance when training camp opens. It's probably the only sport that can say that definitively. Certainly this agreement strengthens that and provides and facilitates that parity to continue to exist and thrive over the next 10 years. So, I think everybody's opening their doors today with one thought in mind, and that is, how do we get to Indianapolis in February? And I know that's the way our guys are thinking, and we're going to do our best to get there.
Mike,
because of the lockout, training camp right here, where other teams might be traveling today?
Yeah, certainly having everything right here in Davie will work to our advantage. Other teams that trained off-site have made the decision to bring the training camp back into their own facilities this year. We didn't have to do that, so this works out great for us, and it's business as usual.
Mike, because the fans have been waiting so long for this lockout to end, do you think they're going to expect a lot in free agency, and maybe you guys aren't on the same page as maybe the fans? Fans are always crazy. They want you to get this guy and this guy and this guy.
Expectations are high every offseason. We know that, especially when you're coming off a season where fans had higher expectations and you were able to deliver. We're going to be aggressive, but we're going to be smart. You can't make decisions to mortgage the future of your franchise for the sake of one season. But the sense of urgency is high. We're going to take steps necessary. We like the team we have, and I know our guys are going to be focused on fans can be proud of.
What's the schedule with the players between now and when practice starts? You know much about what they'll be doing?
You know, it's voluntary. I think for the next couple of days there'll be a formal reporting date that Tony will set in the, again later today. So we'll have to wait and see. But by this weekend, certainly things will be in full swing, and practices I'm sure will be open here in Davie to the public. And we've also announced this morning we're going to have a night practice at the stadium this Monday night. Practice we're calling Monday Night Back to Football, and open the doors for fans to come back at their first up close and personal look under the lights at Sun Life Stadium of their 2011 Dolphins.
Mike, was it easy this season? I don't want to say it's easy, but there were some things in the CBA that guys were talking about. No 2 days of practice and that wasn't happening here for a long time anyway. Were there? Was that a lot of big sticking points?
Better question for the coaches when you're able to talk to them. So clearly there's adjustments in the CBA with what you can and can't do, and I'm sure the coaches are adjusting their schedule and their plan accordingly to address those things.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys.